Okay, guys, this is episode 11 of Top Dogs. Game week 7 coming up, boys. And at the minute, it's just myself. Just myself at the minute, for episode 11. So what I'll do is I'll run. I've got somebody coming in now. Oh, yeah, Chris. Okay. Hello, Christy. Hello, Christy. Can you hear me? Right, I'm waiting for Christy Kilcourse Snowman to pop in.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me, Christy?
I can. You're right.
Great stuff. Thanks for popping in for 10 minutes anyway. I know you're busy on Monday night. Yeah. How are you keeping this last week?
I don't know. I'm just doing a few things, studying away, the crack.
Yeah. Anyway, while you're here, what about the big match tonight, Christy, against Dundalk? Looking forward to that.
I got a few cans in now, and I'll stop this, and I'll enjoy the match now. Hopefully, it's not a hiding, even though I'm an Arsenal fan,
Yeah, I have memories of Shamrock Rovers in the Europa League again, playing Tottenham, as you know, and they gave us a bit of a good game. They went 1-0 up in White Hart Lane before the stadium. I think it was the old White Hart Lane then. And we managed to win out 3-1, I think, in the end. But they went 1-0 up, and I'm not sure if it was Park Almond or one of those that scored us. But
Almond sounds familiar now.
Yeah. So, Christy, while you're there, can you talk to me about your Aguero ploy? Now, you're on about this during the week here, and I'm going to get your team up. Guys, we have Christy Snowman here because he won the league only a couple of seasons ago. It wasn't the COVID Christy Nicholson you won. You won the real McCoy one, 2019. So I won the COVID one. So
cheap even.
Huh?
No cheap imitation from me, Vince.
No, you're the real deal, buddy. So what we have is your squad here. You're going to have Aguero back probably after the internationals.
Vince, that is not my squad. That was a joke.
Oh, right.
No. You see, I sent that, saying that'll be my team in a few weeks.
So you're not going to go down that road, no? All right.
I will. I hope to go down that road.
So you do want Aguero. You think he's got a bit of a hammy at the moment.
Yeah, but who's out for a full month with a hammy?
And the international break is in 2 weeks, so we got another international break. That's the third one.
Well, that's when I'm doing the wild card. So he should be grand by.
Have you got Fernandez currently in your team, Christy?
Yes.
And you're going to keep Son and Kane?
No, I don't have Kane yet.
Yeah, but that's a good strike force. And Antonio, as we see, is in form. So listen, you might think that's a joke, but apart from Jorginho there, he's missing penalties now, 2 in a row now. And Timo Werner might be a guy you could sneak in for Antonio and then maybe get a couple of 5.5s, because it seems to me that between the 5 million and 6 million midfielders, they're scoring like hell this season.
Well, they are, you man. What's sake? Names are gone. Sorry, languages.
Well, let me just get up just a few of these guys with so many. Do you know there's McGinn from Villa, and there's Barkley. Ross Barkley. There's a load of value in there. So that's why I was thinking. Would you consider Timo Werner in that team?
I had him earlier on the season, and look, he needed time. He did need time now, in fairness, and you just don't want to stick him in again, and I'm not doing it again. But he's a quality player, in fairness.
I think he's going to start killing it now, and I think he'll take the penalties. Maybe they'll swap still with. There's 3 guys in that Chelsea team that'll take penalties. Anyway, so Jorginho's there, but I'm not going to go for Grealish anymore. He's just not. Well, he's got 39 points there. It looks like he's had a good season, but for me, Zaha.
Has a better
Oh yeah, and
drop.
Foden 6.6, and maybe Barnes. You think Barnes could do something, Christy, or would you keep away?
Barnes for Leicester, is it?
Yeah, Ashley Barnes. Or is it, no, it's yeah, is it Ashley Barnes?
Harvey
Harvey
Barnes.
Barnes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's better choices than him now.
Yeah, Barkley's only 6
William.
million, Christy. Sam Maximum's only 5.3. He's gone down 0.2 million. So I'm just saying, look at Foden's 5.5. Mount is only 6.9. Jota 6.3. So if you do get the team of Werner in there, Christy, you've got so many really tasty options between 5 to 7 million.
Do you know what you do? Get up my team there and I'll tell you who I got in and I got out.
Yeah, I've got your team up there now.
I did.
I got it up now.
No, that's not the team.
Oh, you're
no, that is not the
your team from last week, yeah?
Yeah, team from last week, and I tell you who I got in and got out.
Right, Chris.
No, I sent that the last TV, like, and this will be my team in a few weeks.
Well, there's merit there. You know, you want to still reconsider. This is your team from last week, Christy.
I got rid of Ings and I got rid of Walker Peters. And no, show me my bench. Yeah, I got rid of Ings and I got rid of Walker Peters and I brought in the Wolves player, Killman, and I brought in your man.
Bamford.
I brought in Harry Kane.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I'm meant to be a Spurs fan, you know, like, and I can't even. No, Kane's going to be a stick and fix for me. Bamford could be the wild card, you know. But yeah. So
my plan is up until the wild card, I'll get rid of one of Son or Kane. I'd probably get rid of Son. You know, I'll have the two of them and I'll just choose between the two.
Yeah.
I kind of reinvest, you know.
Yeah,
I'll have Kane for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you told me to
take my.
You told me to take my Spurs hat off. Like, you don't believe having too much Spurs in there, really. I think it's the way to go, Christy. Son and Kane, and maybe Aguero with your. You've still got a great strike force there, Christy. Do you just think that Jimenez and Ings are just going to not fire and they're going to go away, or what?
No, it's just I think if the two of them are fit, Harry Kane and Aguero, there's not many people who would have them.
Yeah,
you know, and if they're
definitely.
them two can be devastating when they're when they get so many games in a row. No, you know, I was thinking about Jesus as well, but he's not playing as well, really, is he?
No, he's got an injury as well. He's out for a while. I'm just gonna stick up the City guys here now. I'll go down to Man City and just check it out. What's going on here, the latest? Because during the week, believe it or not, I'm not on this all the time. I'm only figuring this out now. Jesus, a thigh injury, 8th of November. So he's not far away after the international break. Okay. Same with Aguero. Well, he's a bit, they say the 21st. Okay, definitely. So Jesus is before the international break and Aguero's after.
Yeah. And so the two of them become choices in the next few weeks. And now I don't think Aguero will be out for a full month. What are we now? 29th. He was out what? He got injured last week or during last week? Last weekend, wasn't it?
Against West Ham, he went off at halftime with an injury.
That's right.
So he'll be back for probably Burnley at home and Fulham at home. And apart from United, look at that run. So, yeah, your wild card is looking good for about then, Christy.
We'll see.
What about KdB, Christy? I fancy he's gonna come back. Is he worth considering?
when you see if Aguero's out of the team, KdB is definitely worth considering.
Yeah.
As long as Aguero's out of that team.
He's only 15.4% owned as well.
I had him around the season.
I think I'll watch him for 1 or 2 game weeks, Christy. I know he's going to be probably starting. Who City got now next up? He might probably start this match against Sheffield away. Yeah. You know, so I'm going to watch.
They're not going to score.
Liverpool and Tottenham, they're tricky enough games. So I'm not sure if I want to upset my whole squad and do a -8 or a minus bloody 24. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let City go until after the international break and save up two transfers for around then, and I'll do it and maybe take a -4, get 3 in.
I think Sterling's the only one really worth having until then.
Yeah, but what do you think of this Ferran Torres? He's doing the stuff the other night. He's playing in that false number 9 role, and I think Sterling went out in his normal position.
Yeah,
left.
I don't know, like as I said the last day, no team is settled. You know, and it's hard to be totally convinced with your choices.
Yeah. And 6.9 as well is a great price. Again, Christy, if you want to throw in Tino Werner, Kane, Aguero, there's so much value in that range. It's brilliant. I hope people aren't overlooking that. So before you go, Christy, I'll just play the official video for today.
All right.
It's worth a look anyway, and see how long you can last for me.
The old reliable Messi for Sam, huh?
Okay, so that's what I was working for the last hour and 90 minutes after I came home from work today for. And can we just talk about Zaha? What's that, Christy? Sorry, go on.
1 second now. Shane the Mouth is lighting up the world now.
Yes, I know. I know, but that was a great picture of Shane the Redeemer, Rio de Janeiro. That's just
hold on now.
Yeah.
He has to redeem himself. Yes. He's very low in the league here now, and I hope he's listening to me there now. And he has to redeem himself with all his talk and all that kind of stuff. So we'll call him the Redeemer when he redeems himself.
Yeah, well, I'm hopeful. You know, we're all hopeful that he'll make strides. Because look at the state of us, Christy. Like, I've made up quite a few positions myself, 3-2-7, and Joey Neen in there. So I'm about 55 down. I'm not panicking. Neither should Shane. Shane's a bit down as well. He's more upset that he lost his King of the Travelers this week. I know he's gutted about that. Yourself, Christy, you're a bit higher than me. You know, like, there's no panic there. I'm not panicking. 15 points. You're there nicely tucked in, just above our star man, Aiden Phillips.
I don't think I'll win it, but I'm not going to panic. Like, you know, at the end of the day, if I was going to panic, my wild card would have been gone by now.
No, and you're in a great position. And with that wild card, you can assess everything after the international break, as we said. Just a short mention that Joey Fahey, we need to mention this guy. He's been having a great season. Seriously. He's stuck with Bamford all the way. Zaha. Now, this is the thing, Christy. Do we have to all get Zaha in right ASAP?
No, because like there's options. There's Jota. Well, people are saying Grealish, but I'd have Jota or Zaha of the two of them.
Mm.
Do you know, we all don't have to get him. Do you know? No, I don't believe in that. Do you know, because you can always you can always have one player in your team and he can always do well. But you can always have 3 average players in your team that'll do well as 2 good ones.
Yeah. And he's a great price for in 7.3. I might just have a straight swap with Rodriguez because I'm really worried about Everton, Christy. Seriously, they have a couple of suspensions. Now, I know that Digne has got 1 match suspension. It's been lowered, but Richarlison's still 2 matches away. Rodriguez is carrying probably a niggly injury the last couple of weeks, and that will probably affect Calvert-Lewin is just playing a lot similar to the end of last season where he's just been starved of possession. We saw the other day they never got a look in against the Saints, Southampton, did they? So I'm worried about Everton, mate.
Look, they've got the points in the bag, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a few games there last year where he was the only goal scorer, nobody was thinking about getting him into the team. So he's actually come, since COVID, he's come on leaps and bounds, really.
Yeah, I know, Christy, but Pickford is just we have seen the difference that Mendy has done at Chelsea. All of a sudden, he's pulling off great saves. Look at that save against Rashford the other day against United. Seriously, it makes the Pickford thing is still a persistent problem for Everton, and it all emanates from a goalkeeper, doesn't it, Christy? You know yourself with Arsenal, with Leno and Martinez, the two of them were just brilliant. And then which one do you take? You've always had trouble with goalkeepers, Christy.
Yeah, well, look, the thing is, with Arsenal and the goalkeeper choice now, they spent 30 million or so on Leno. And you're only going to get the same amount of value back. They didn't spend much on Martinez, and they saw 20 million as a golden handshake. It's sad to see him go, but it's nice to see him do well for Villa.
Yeah.
Come here, just as you were there, Sass. What price is he? Because I got him Killman, but Sass seems to be the one who's scoring all the points there.
Yeah, Saiss is leading the whole thing, so he is.
No, because I was just wondering why I didn't get him.
5.3, Christy. 5.3.
Ah, yeah, that's why I didn't get him. I didn't know what price he was. I just went for Killman instead. Well, Shane the Mouth has told me that he's not starting the next day, so I'm kind of a little bit annoyed that he could be right,
Why is that? Why is that size about size?
I don't know. I don't know. I just said it to you the last day, and he was like, "You won't start." I was like, "Right."
Yeah, about the Wolves team, Christy, should we have at least 1 or 2 Wolves in your team? They have been causing me damage all season. Anyone with Wolves players, you see, they're making points. Like Killman, like what you said, 4.2. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's probably a season keeper now. I'm with the wild card, I'm going to try and have 5 playing defenders and play 3, but if I only have 4, I'll only have 4. I'll take that.
Yeah, maybe it's good prudence to have at least 1 Wolves, and if you want Jimenez, he'll never score you a hat trick, but he'll get a goal and an assist, and he'll just keep getting your average 9 points. So a straight.
He'd probably go up and get a hat trick off the weekend.
So Killman is a straight swap. He's not using Viagra anymore, or Vinagra. That's a bad joke, but that's
Killman. You're gonna have to explain that joke, Vinny.
All right, sorry about that. That's a bad one. Okay, well, we'll leave it at that then. Christy, while you're there, I might just go after when you leave as well because we want to see the football. When's the Arsenal game on? Is it 8:00?
8:00.
Let's have a look at BBC Sport. What's going on here? 77 minutes. Tottenham are still 1-0 down.
That's a joy to behold.
Well, they had 9 changes. Lloris and Davis were the only starters from the Burnley game. So Mourinho's trying to be.
Bale can get the blame.
Yeah, Bale's done nothing. Yeah, I think Bale is just. He's not. I don't think he's a starter at Spurs. To be honest, I think he's a last 20-minute man. If you're winning 2-0, he's a luxury player. I was worried about that, and we'll just have to give him time and see if he.
Give him time. Give him
I
time.
don't think he'll do it against any of the top 6 teams. It's going to be. Well, you know what I mean, Christy.
Yeah. Look, he could have injuries, and you could be grateful to have him there on December.
Yeah,
so you never.
Yeah. He's a body. He's a body, and a good body as well. Celtic they've been pegged back to 2-2 from 2-0, so that's a shame.
Oh, God, right.
Yeah.
The last 3 weeks have been shocking for them.
Oh, I don't know. Like, so they're not going to do anything Celtic there, and we got your match coming on now. Before we go, I want to mention the Ahamore League. This is the Ahamore Fantasy League, and Fergal Boland's been leading the way in Ahamore. They're 397 points. That's beating Joey. Joey's on about 283 or something.
Where's 397 in the world?
397. If we go into Fergal Boland, he's playing for the Mayo senior hurling team there last Saturday. They got off to a great win against Monaghan, and we had our own top dogs playing in the game as well. Ado Phillips with a great game there. The first round of the Nicky record, I think. There'll be tougher games to come. So where is he in the world? Fergal is. I've just gone past it. 88,500, which is terrific going, isn't it?
Very good going now. He's already doing very well.
So we need to keep an eye on. Never mind Joey as well. Keep an eye, but actually, I would keep an eye on the Ahamore League and see what they're doing, especially Fergal's. Remember what you were saying about lucky bags.
Look, I said that as a joke.
I
was look back when I won. I was a look back when I won your league.
Yeah, well,
definitely.
I think that's not a bad philosophy, because you said, I'm sorry to dob you in, but you said once we get a few more game weeks done and we get to Christmas, the luck bags will be done.
Some of that ilk, yeah.
Yeah. So you need to tell me who are the luck bags in the Christy Nicholson here. Well, William Nestor is down a little bit as well, isn't he? He's below me even, is he? William is. Where is William? William is there, right?
He's there.
Third last year, 309. That's a lot to make up now, isn't it? On the Joey 382. So there is. I think. Go on.
Once you fall 40 points behind the top, you're not going to win it. I'm on 40 something points there, not behind. I'm not going to win it.
No, Christy, that's no way. That's no way. Once I was about 120 points down last year, and I had I got in Bruno Fernandes when United signed him, the first thing, and I took a big punt and it paid off. Then after the lockdown, I got rid of him to get somebody in, and that was another mistake. That I could have got more points. But for me, I still feel with my 3 chips, you can make up a 150 or a 125. It's when you're 200 points down that you might as well just go for a league, or the cup or whatever. Do you not think 40 is? No, I don't think so, Christy. Are you sure about that? 40 points? No, I don't think so.
Well, it's not the 40. It's just that there's so many ahead of you.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll see. I think Christmas is the best time. Once we get rid of all these international breaks and we can get some sort of a run, and we can get people having to make decisions and quick decisions and not missing deadlines. And everybody, the deadline is on Friday. Okay, guys, I've warned you, 6:00 Friday, I think, Christy.
2 transfers done already.
Okay. So it's an early deadline.
Have any derbies in the head-to-head league? Anybody who's going to insult another over before the weekend and after the weekend?
Oh, I think Mark is up against Joey Neenan or something.
Would there be no insult thrown there now?
Yeah, so yeah, that's the Friday game at 8 o'clock. Wolves and Crystal Palace and Zaha. So that will be a tough fixture for Zaha anyway. Won't it to do anything? So maybe I might leave off him for that one because Wolves' defense is, they don't. They're the
Like that's
only
a game.
team this year. They're not conceding 3 or 4 goals or not scoring 3 or 4. They've been consistent, like 1-0, 2-1, quiet.
Do West Ham not hammer them?
Who?
Do West Ham not hammer them 4-0?
Oh, away
Wolves.
from home, yeah, 4-0. But I think that's all. Well, okay, that's my theory out the window. But apart from that result, they've been keeping it quite low anyway. Sheffield United, Man City, Burnley. So yeah, you want to go into the other league. Yeah, I've lost 2 in a row now. I'm 4-2. Jerry Freely done me. Basically, Salah and Kane and Bruno Fernandes. Well, Bruno only got, Kane only got an assist. But out of them 3, I basically got nothing. If any of them score, like if Salah got his offside goal, which was like only, and he had one off the post, and apparently Danny Mills gave Salah the man of the match, for that game. So against Sheffield. So I'm flummoxed, all Salah had to do was do something, and I would have bet Jerry. So, but as we see, Jerry is leading the King of the Travelers 5-1. Most of us are 4-2. Christy, you've got a little bit. You've got record. You've won this competition before a few times, so you know the story here. Oh yeah, so Richie Crittingham against Will Nestor for game week 7. 2-time winner John Kelly against Jason Coyne, one of our guest appearances here early on. Myself against my West Ham friend Dave Martin. Both of us lived together, and years since worked together and everything. Mark is against Morgan Lyons. So Christy, you're against Kevin Kilbride, who'll be drinking plenty of Guinness, and you'll have to beat a drunken sailor. Are you sure?
Is he going for 3 at the home crew here now in a row or something? Is he? Because he bet Shane last week.
I don't.
He beat you, and then he bet Shane, isn't he?
I can't remember why he's won 2. I don't think he lost 4 in a row. I don't think he won 2 in a row. I think I'm not sure about. Sure about that.
I know he beat Shane. Shane wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, and he's beaten me. So yeah, he's taken out everybody. So yeah. So Adrian Phillips, not Mark, is against Joey. That's the heavyweight one. Shane against Dara Healy. Joey Fergal, Arsenal Walsh, your mate, Gooner brothers. And Jack Coyne against Barry Cribben, who was the guy that bet Shane this week. He's awful upset about it.
Oh, that's the fellow who bet.
Yeah. We'll just go into Barry Cribben's team just for a quick. He's called the Lecaro, whatever. Lecaro Rovers, I think. Hey, Christy, why did you call your team Medina Sod? I've been wanting to ask you this question for years. You've had this name for years. What in God's name is Medina Sod?
Medina Sod is. Did you ever watch The Big Lebowski?
I've heard of it. I can't. Maybe I haven't seen that movie. I don't know.
On the back of one of his jerseys, his bowling jerseys, is Medina Sod. So that's where it's come from.
So it's a football team.
No, it's I don't know if it's a football team. It could be just a sponsor or something like that. I haven't a clue. But in the film,
mad,
in the film, he wears a bowling shirt, and on the back of it says Medina Sod. And I said, "That's
right. I'm gonna watch that film and try to remember it. Or I've heard so much about it. My brother David goes on about that film all the time. So this is Barry. This is Barry Cribben's team. So. Well, he's winning on Son, Ings. Not a bad team there. That's he can score proper points,
Can, yeah. No, that's not a bad team at all.
No, it's not actually. I can see him hitting a few big weeks now. He needs to do a bit of work there, obviously. I think he probably maybe he had a bit of a ghost team last week, and that's probably why Shane is a bit upset about. It seems to be that the ghost teams seem to beat people who are trying to win these things. It's crazy.
Look, a ghost team. Look at the end of the day, you know, a ghost team could have a lot more home fixtures than you. A captain and a ghost captain could score a hat trick. You know, you never know. Anything can happen again.
Yeah, it's potluck. We just go to Aidan Phillips' team. He can't be here today, Starman, and this is what he's got for this game week 7.
He got in Che Adams, did he? I think he was saying it earlier.
Yeah, he's got in Che Adams, and look, he's got Mendy in now from Chelsea. I haven't seen that before.
How much is Mendy? As a matter of interest, how much is Mendy? Like if it's probably only 5 or 5.5, but if he's 5.5, I wouldn't get him. I'm not I'm not putting people off him. Just I'm not going to get him. You know.
Well, do you think? Would you trust the Chelsea defense at the minute? I'd still want to watch how Chelsea are getting on. They're not starting with Cheka or any of these guys. Zuma seems to be well in there. Mendy's 5 million, not bad, I suppose.
5 million.
Not bad.
That's good for a top keeper. But I forget who it was who said. I think it was William that said you're better off spending small. You're better off spending small in defense and just going midfield and up top and that. Yeah. And I agree with that.
100%.
That's just try and get a goalkeeper that plays and 4 or 5 defenders that play, and you'll have a choice within the defense. And that's I think it was William that said it, and I agree.
So he's got Kilman in as well, Ado. That's a great team. I love it. Jorginho, he's looking for penalties. Now we're not sure, but Che, Ings, maybe they'll just keep chipping away with a few points, Christy. It's all about the midfield for Ado, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Jaden, he's I've Brewster in my team there now, and for what, 0.5 or 0.7 million more, you get Che Adams, and he's great value compared to Brewster.
Oh yes, defo. Okay. Yeah, this is Mark Phillips now. What we have here coming up next. What's he done? He's Mark has done his wild card this week. He's getting rid of Ings and he's putting in Adams, and he's getting rid of James to put in Fernandez. So this is what he's looking at now. So
you're gonna have to explain that to me. He's done a wild card with 2 transfers. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he's done. Well, wild card is available, as you can see here. So his wild card is active this week. So I'm not sure about this -4, but this is what he's thinking about getting.
Oh no, he's only done 2 transfers there, so he hasn't played the wild card.
Oh, it's available.
The minus points are coming up there.
Yeah. Okay. So he wants to get rid of Ings and James, and I want to get rid of James now at this stage. I think Everton are going to suffer with their squad. So
it's a bit of a muchness, well, maybe not, because Che Adams could get 10, 12 goals this season. You never know. So if he does, it's he's got Fernandez in instead of James, so that's the plus.
Yeah. Salah and Kane, and they're captains, so he's got plenty of captain material there. And lastly, before I let you go, and thanks for staying along with us, Christy, because I know you got a match. Okay. I want to watch the Dundalk match as well. This is Shane the Face. This is his team for game week 7.
Shane the Unredeemed. I'm going to slag him now.
No, he'll redeem. He's the redeemer. He'll redeem himself. Well, Martinez, what a keeper. He'll get plenty of saves for you. Villa have a strong defense with Mings and the other.
I tell you one thing, Villa.
Concept.
His first game for Villa, he saves the penalty, and I'm like, an Arsenal keeper hasn't saved a penalty in since 2006. you know? And at the first game for Villa, he says a penalty, and I'm like, for flip's
For
sake.
F's sake,
Go
yes. Hey, I don't
Yeah.
have to do any editing this week, Christy. Thank God.
Yeah, I'm not wrong.
Oh my God! Right, so he's sticking with Havertz. Loads of people are regretting to having Havertz. I don't know where this guy's going to play. He plays in Mason Mount's position. So where does Mason Mount go in that team? They're thinking about putting him in as in the back, the two defenders, the two defending midfielders in a back three, which is crazy. Mount
And Ziyech.
I can't see it.
Ziyech played last night. Played last night, so
wow.
you know, so like it's like the Chelsea team in midfield is a conundrum.
It is. So with Shane with Werner, that's a no-brainer. I love Bamford.
Yeah,
I think you never know with Leicester. They're I'm not sure about Leicester. They done Arsenal the other night, but they can liably lose to West Ham 3-0 at home. So they're very Vardy dependent, aren't they, Christy?
If like, you know, during the first half against Arsenal were all over them. Yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
Like, you know, as long as Leicester don't concede, they know they'll get a chance. And against a team like Arsenal, you know, your man played a nice ball, Tielemans, and then the Turkish fellow came off the bench, gave a nice pass to Vardy, and then it was 1-0, and it was game over. But like, Leicester won't be able to do that every week because they'll be playing teams who are defensive, and they find them hard to break down.
Okay, so I think Shane will get a bit of joy out of that team. So 95 minutes left. Tottenham are going to lose this anyway. I know that, but I don't care anyway. It's about learning. Mourinho will learn an awful lot out of that game. He'll realize that Tottenham aren't as good as they think they are. Their first 11, I mean. What else have we got there?
Look, it's the Europa League.
Leicester 2-1.
Out of the way. Just qualifying games out of the way, really.
Yeah, it's not a mortal wound
2-2.
anyway. Yeah, it's not a mortal wound losing the game in the Europa League thing. It's just about qualifying for the knockout. So Leicester are going to win this one in Athens.
Yeah, but like
Celtic, I think they'll just take the draw.
Celtic would want to win the whole game.
Well, they've got the draw now. They were massive underdogs to win that game, actually. So they were like something like 4-1 to win 4 or 5-1 to beat Lille. So there you go. Christy, I'm going to call it a day, and thank you very much for saving our show, episode 11, Snowman.
You're all right.
You've redeemed yourself also as well, and you have a lovely accent and a very clean accent this episode. And I'm sorry, Christy, but best of luck to Dundalk. We'd like to see something happen. But
I'd like to see a match, all right.
Well, I just wish that the fans were there, especially in Ireland, when Arsenal go to Dundalk. Oh my God, wouldn't it be brilliant? You'd go yourself if you could. Well, you couldn't actually, unless they moved it to the Aviva. Could they have moved it to the Aviva, Christy?
Well, there was a row going on there. Do you know the way? Like they were going to bring them to Windsor Park at one stage because the IRFU chose to have a practice session before the Italy match.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. So there was a possibility
before the French match. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Vinny.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks very much.
Okay.
Top dogs out. God bless everybody.
Good luck.
Bye, mate. Cheers.